Democrats see that from a political standpoint? Obviously, Democrats were very successful in running on the Dobbs decision last year, but seeing a vote like that and seeing some of these efforts to get so-called woke policies out of the military, how do you then turn that around against the Republicans next year?
First of all, it was shocking to me that the so-called moderates from New York and all across the country, like Anthony D'Esposito, Nick LaLota, Michael Lawler, Mark Molinaro, and of course, George Santos, among others, who do all that they can to project moderation. We're reasonable. We're not part of Team Extreme. But every single opportunity they have to vote with the American people, to vote with the women of this country, to vote with Team Reasonable, Team Normal, Team America, that's the House Democratic Caucus, every opportunity they have to show their reasonableness and distance themselves from the most extreme elements of their party, they fail to pass the test. Now, our view of the National Defense Authorization Act is that it is woefully irresponsible that extreme MAGA Republicans have hijacked a bipartisan bill that is essential to our national security and taken it over and weaponized it in order to jam their extreme right-wing ideology down the throats of the American people. That's why they've used the National Defense Authorization Act to continue their march toward a nationwide ban on abortion care and applying it to women service members and military spouses. That's outrageous. And it undermines our national security because we have an all-volunteer military. That means, as President Truman first recognized in 1948, when he desegregated the military, that in an increasingly diverse society, you have to have all hands on deck. Every corner of society should feel welcome in the military. We have to recruit from every segment of society in order to make sure that we're prepared in an increasingly dangerous world. And the good news is that every corner of American society, from communities of color, from women, from members of the LGBTQ plus community, have stepped up to say, we want to serve. We want to protect and defend all that America is about. That's why we have an incredibly diverse military, and it's good for the nation. But these extreme MAGA Republicans have decided that we want to attack women who serve in the military. We want to attack communities of color who are disproportionately overrepresented in military service. And we want to attack members of the LGBTQ plus community. This is incredibly irresponsible in terms of our national security. And that's why I'm going to strongly oppose this hyper-partisan, extreme right-wing effort to undermine our national security.